in Russian, it's their version of the gi. And she threw me on my head.
Damn.
Immediately.
Okay.
And it was like head and shoulder, and no more free play at that point. I made a decision okay, this is the place I want to be too.
Yeah.
This is where I want to be.
Okay.
This is good stuff.
All right, so
legit.
So you're there, Seattle Sambo, underground. How? I just turned on the mic, so I hope everything's been recording, or it's just been really muted. Whatever technical difficulties, don't give a shit. Anyway, this part of the story's not that important anyway.
Yeah, no.
So you're there, Seattle Sambo, and then how long? So
before I get into the striking stuff,
or no, I guess how long? Yeah, how long were you there, or how long?
Probably 3 years.
3 years? Okay. And were you doing just that and you weren't doing anything else?
Actually, I still haven't even left there.
You haven't even left
back.
there. Yeah. I know I see some stuff on the Instagram of you there. But anyway, so you're there. Okay, but then how did you get into striking stuff?
So when I was doing Sambo over there, there was a guy named Joseph. I don't even remember his last name.
Okay. And, Joseph something.
Okay. And that guy, there was stories of him going to Thailand.
Okay. Was this the Muay Thai garage guy?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that guy.
Okay. Anyway, so this is the guy.
I meet up with this guy and
in his garage.
Yeah, in his garage. Actually, one day I trained in his garage.
Okay.
And he showed me some striking.
Okay.
While he was also taking Sambo.
Okay.
And so I started training with him while spreading my training with the Sambo.
Okay.
And eventually he took his training to this Gracie Baja in Ballard.
Okay, so another Gracie Baja.
Yeah. And the head guy at Gracie Baja in Ballard, he would allow some mixed martial arts.
Okay.
When the classes weren't going on.
Okay, so you weren't actually you're training at the facility, but you weren't training for technically under Gracie Baja Ballard. It was just him using the space of Gracie Baja Ballard.
Yeah, he's a really open-minded black belt over there.
All right, so you're there learning striking from there, learning Sambo, I guess. So he had me doing the dance too, the Muay Thai. So it was really traditional,
very traditional
Muay Thai stuff, and then
trying to get me Bangkok ready.
Ready.
No, I went deep, man.
I remember you telling me about that, because you explained to me about how Thais look at the ring, how they don't go underneath the ring, they have to go
over the top.
From there, how they hate women. And then, so what's the
Mong Kong?
Mong Kong. So that's the head guard. Right?
That's the head guard.
And you're not supposed to let a woman touch it.
It's not supposed to be touched by a woman. And it's never supposed to fall onto the ground.
And it's not supposed to hit the ground.
Yeah, not supposed to hit the ground. Anything that touches the ground is
considered
anything
not good.
Anything where your head touches the ground, like in Muay Thai, your foot hitting someone in the face is the most disrespectful
thing.
The front teeth to the face
is most disrespectful move.
Yeah, and when you throw people on the ground, it's
that's also disrespectful because now they're hitting the ground.
And now, it's you walk on the ground, you don't lay on the ground, something like that.
Something like that. Okay. Yeah. So, but it's that.
I don't know if there's any Thai people out there
they can correct this.
Yeah, they can correct this. This is just one.
But this is what you got from your Muay Thai instructor.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're there. So you're doing Sambo, Seattle Sambo. Mm-hmm. You're learning Muay Thai from here. Okay, so
occasionally the Gracie Baja guys, I would do something.
And occasionally you would grapple with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, are you competing as well during this time?
I'm taking a lot of grappling tournaments.
So you're doing a lot of grappling tournaments where you're not getting us smoked because you actually understand what's happening. Okay, right? More so.
Had some really good grappling. My first match I ever had was Sydney Hales. Ref that one. Yeah, shout out to Sydney Hales. Okay. Kirkland Gracie Baja.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good time. I felt comfortable there, so.
Okay, so you're there you're there competing, doing all that. Okay, so what is so what's your motivation then for training? Why were you training for?
So the longer I did it, I would have people just saying, "Oh, you're pretty good at this," and then I would go do the tournaments and I would be winning.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, I'm pretty good at this.
Pretty good. Okay, so
I think I found something I could be pretty good at.
Got it. So you're being comfortable at something, and then your comfort is you're being successful.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're finding success. You're doing that.
Being a pro athlete is always something.
It was always something you wanted to do,
yeah.
and now you're looking. You're saying, "Oh, this could be a window for me to do that."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're there, I guess, and then, all right. So you're there competing, doing grappling tournaments. So then, how did you get started fighting then? In mixed martial arts, like, and how did that go down?
So when I was over at the Gracie Baja Ballard. Okay. Yeah. Doing my own version of mixed martial arts
stuff. Okay.
Some of the guys, they were competing.
Okay.
In mixed martial arts.
Okay.
And there was another trainer, Jason Purcell.
Okay.
And he asked me if I wanted to fight.
Okay.
And I looked at Joseph, and Joseph said, "Yeah, you're ready to do this."
Okay.
And this is after 3 years.
3 years of training. Okay. Yeah. So you're 21 at the time. 20. Okay.
And I always had that thought in my head that someday I would be doing mixed martial arts.
Okay. Because like way back when you were like 15 and watching it, like, oh, this might be something I would do, and now you're there.
Even when I was doing sambo, I would do everything that held with the gi. I would modify my grips,
thinking that you would do something for MMA purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the back of your mind, it was already something that you were thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jason Purcell, he hooked that up. It was at Axe Fighting.
Okay.
At in Arlington at the time, and it was at 155.
At 155, okay. And then so back in Arlington, so that's back when they had it at those soccer stadium.
Soccer stadium.
I remember that place.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're there, soccer stadium, 155. And it was MMA?
MMA.
Okay.
MMA.
How did that go for you?
So before I went to that fight, I watched MMA fights before for Axe.
Okay, so you saw some amateur fights.
And I thought, all right, this is how they do it. Yeah, this is the level that's here. I actually saw the guy that I fought.
Okay, you saw him compete already.
Yeah, previously.
In an MMA fight as well?
Yep.
Okay, and then so you're there. Okay, so I want to hear when you're there watching the amateur. What did you think at the time? Like did you
I thought this is easy.
It's like easy.
Yeah,
he's like, oh man, this is it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like not as bad as
you had.
They're not as good.
They're not as good as They're not pros.
Yeah, they're not pros.
They're amateur.
They're not amateur. Okay. They're the same as me.
Okay. And then that kind.
Made it more.
It made more accessible.
Exactly.
To you, right? So you say, oh hey.
I put it up way high.
Because you almost had it like out of reach. But now this is you like almost as a child realizing, oh hey wait. What I thought was a top shelf really wasn't that high. Yeah. I can actually access that. Okay.
Exactly.
So it became accessible because you saw it. It became more accessible to you, like in your mind.
Yep.
Okay, so you're there. It increased your confidence in terms of like getting ready for it.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, yeah. So you're there. You're preparing for it, and then
I went to the UFC in Key Arena too.
Okay.
And I saw someone get knocked out for the first time.
Knocked out. Was that when I think was that when BJ Penn and Rory McDonald fought, or was that the one before that?
I think it was the one before.
Was that one?
Oh no, he was there.
He was there. Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
And was that when Nate Diaz fought Benson Henderson? Or was that a different one?
No, not that one.
Yeah.
It was. I just remember. It's the guy with the beard.
Johnny Hendricks?
Johnny Hendricks knocked out T.J. Wahlberger.
Oh, yeah, knocked him out bad.
Knocked him out bad.
Yeah.
It was the first time I've ever seen him.
Someone just like straight cold knocked out.
Yeah, like you hear the slap
and then the thud
of the body.
Yeah. Looks like someone just died.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so you're there, and how did that make you feel?
Indifferent.
Indifferent?
Yeah. Oh, again, like before I actually went into the ring, it was 3 years of training beforehand.
Yeah, so you felt pretty prepared?
I felt prepared.
Okay, so you're there, and they didn't shake you off or anything from there. So was this... Oh, did you see the UFC before you competed, or no?
It might have been before.
Might have been before. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, anyway, so let's go back to you're preparing for the fight. How did the fight go for you?
Submission in the second round.
So you won. Okay, you won by submission in the second round.
Yep, and I hit a judo throw on the guy.
You hit a judo throw. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But okay, and then how was the experience for you? Like, was it? So what was it? What you expected were there things that you didn't expect, or was it easier than you thought, harder than you thought?
It was exactly what I expected.
It was exactly what you expected it to be, which was, I can handle this and I can do this.
Yeah, the training went well.
Okay.
I had again 3 years before this.
Yeah,
made it very easy.
Yeah, and also competing in all those grappling tournaments.
Yeah, and that helped a ton too.
Yeah, and you felt comfortable in that. Okay, so you're there and you feel good.
And the AAA guys here.
Okay, I was like, have you gotten a call yet?
No.
Gabe's currently waiting because he locked his keys inside his car. So this will be paused momentarily when Gabe gets that call.
All right.
Anyway, so let's continue back. So you're there, first fight.
Mm-hmm.
You win submission. Second round, what submission did you get?
Rear naked choke.
Rear naked choke. Oh yeah, that must be it. That must be the AAA. Okay, recording again. Now that Gabe got his keys back from his car. Okay, so let's see where we're. Okay, we were talking about your first fight. So you're there. You won by rear naked choke. Was it? Yep. Second round. Feeling good about yourself. When did? So how exactly did you feel afterwards?
Relieved.
Relieved that you did well.
That I did well. Won the first one.
Yeah. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize is that people think, oh, you must be really happy. Well, I mean, it's almost.
I wouldn't say happy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not quite that because you put in a lot of time and effort already towards something, banking that it will succeed. Yeah. It's like it is more of a feeling of relief that all the effort that you put in was worth it.
I remember. I had I guess you can call it happiness for maybe 10 seconds.
Like brief, and then the relief.
Yeah.
From there, yeah.
So I remember I got the choke in.
Yeah.
The ref jumped over me to check the guy's body.
Yeah.
And then he pushed me off of him.
Yeah.
And I remember looking right back at my my coach, Aaron Fields.
Yeah.
And he was yelling his ass out. He was just smiling.
Yeah.
And then I looked to the crowd.
Yeah.
I was happy when I saw him.
Yeah.
Celebrating all my teammates.
Yeah.
And then the relief came in.
Relief came in. Okay, so from there, okay.
Yep.
So, okay, how long? So then, how long was it before you competed again?
6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah, 6 months.
Was there any reason for the time off, or did you just were you focusing on other things, or just your body? Or is your body all right?
No, I think that was just the time of the next fight.
Next fight.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
But you were afterwards. Were you like, oh, I want to go back and do that again?
Yes.
Okay, so you're pretty ready to go.
It's like this
is what you want to do.
This is awesome. This is the feeling. Yeah, let's do it.
This is the feeling you want. Okay, so you're there. You go into the next one.
Yep.
How did that one go? Was it still 155 rear naked choke?
155.
155 still rear naked choke. One round.
First round.
So were you feeling? What do you think? Did you say what was the big difference between first fight, second fight?
I think it was just, again, I put it on such a pedestal.
Yeah, but now would you say so beforehand you realize, it's easier than I thought, and then after that, it's easier than I thought that was from there, or
a little
from
bit.
there, it's just becoming, you're building yourself towards this is something I can achieve. Okay, in your mind, because it's not inaccessible.
It's not like something. It's not something I'd seen on TV.
Yeah, that you can't fathom would be a reality.
Exactly, I can kind of quantify it. I was there before.
Yeah. I was there before. I can do it again. Okay, so you're there. So 2 straight wins. Mm-hmm. All right, from there, and you're still doing all your training.
Yep.
Right, you're training in Sambo, and you're training with your Muay Thai, and then you're sometimes training MMA at Gracie Baja Ballard.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's all still there. And now when was your third fight from that?
I think it was another 6 months.
Another 6 or so months until the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
And
this guy was a lot bigger.
A lot bigger. Okay.
A lot bigger.
And than you.
Than me. Yeah.
Okay. And then did you feel that the other 2 opponents were similar size, or was it?
The first guy, he's as big as the first guy was.
So he was as big as this third guy was as big as the first guy was, but the first guy wasn't that good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy was very skilled, and he was
bigger
than me.
Okay.
Yep. And I It was in a ring.
Okay.
The first time I ever fought in a ring.
First time you fought in a ring. Okay, this is still Axe, right? So this was when Axe still had that ring.
Yep.
Okay, so you're there in a ring, and then a larger, more skilled guy, and then how did that turn out for you?
At the time, I also had a girlfriend.
Okay.
And
so it's her fault.
No.
That's what happens.
Well, it was the first time I had
when you were juggling a relationship kind of thing?
Yeah, I've never had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like during my training, or never had a girlfriend come to the fights.
Yeah. Would you say that's an added pressure?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
But what's your point? Because you bring it up, so that's probably why you lost.
It's just something, everything that happened. It's just what I can remember.
It's just what you remember.
At the time. It's what I can remember.
Yeah. So whoever your girlfriend was. No. Okay, so.
But no, so I was. I remember I got him.
Had one more thing.
It had one more thing to think about, and now it's like someone who's very close to me is now. They're invested.
He's invested in
not
what
only
you're doing.
That, they went to the venue beforehand with me, and like all the lead up.
Yeah. So you're there with somebody who's like along for the ride.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the first time I ever had that feeling.
Had that kind of. It's like a different kind. I mean, there's always pressure.
Yeah.
To win, but okay, so different kind of.
It's a different kind of pressure.
Okay. Anyway, back to the fight.
So I get in there. The fight's on. I remember I got him in a hip throw.
Okay.
And
a hip throw.
I got so deep on him this hip throw.
Yeah.
He even like hooked his legs on the bottom rope.
Okay.
And but I was so deep and it was full commission that I still got the hip throw.
You still got, even though he was tangled in the ropes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember he was super strong.
Yeah.
Like I grabbed him and it felt like I was grabbing wood.
Okay.
This guy had super dense muscle, and he just kept. He just kept moving.
Yeah.
I think he's like a purple or brown belt now.
Okay.
But back then he was a blue belt.
But okay.
After the fight, after fight, he became purple belt after the fight. Yeah. Anyway. So he kept moving. He ended up triangle choking me from the back.
From the back.
Yeah.
Okay. So got you. Okay.
We're in guard, and he worked his way to my back.
And then got you in a reverse triangle.
Triangle choke.
Wow. Damn. So pretty slick. Was he pretty long?
He's a little bit taller guy. He had longer arms than me.
Longer arms. So let's see. So what do you think? Like 5'11", maybe 6.
Something. Yeah, like 5'11".
5'11". Okay.
Alan Gutierrez.
Okay.
Yeah. He still fights, I think.
I think I heard about him.
Yeah.
Wait, so okay, that happened. You got. Oh, what? And so when did you get to submission?
When?
Yeah.
First round.
First round. Okay, so you're there, and then how'd you feel after that one?
I was heartbroken.
Heartbroken. Okay.
It's disgusting.
Well, okay. What do you think were like the first thoughts that you thought as soon as you're there, you feel Did you go out? Or did you tap?
I tapped.
You tapped, and then you felt, and then you hit
right when it happened.
The realization. Oh, hey, you lost.
Yeah, right. At that moment, it was all right.
Okay.
It was all right. I felt that defeat.
It didn't quite. Okay.
I felt it before in the grappling tournaments.
Yeah. So you faced defeat before. Okay, but how would you say? But you said devastated. So when did the devastation?
When I was in the locker room.
Was that just you reflecting upon the fight?
Yep.
And that's what led you to the
I went in the locker room with my training partner and my coach. And the girlfriend.
And the girlfriend.
And
so the girlfriend was... I mean, you keep bringing it up. I feel like that's what caused it.
No, that's just what was happening at the time.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend now. I love her.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah. So what Gabe is trying to say is girlfriend just holding back.
Yeah.
But, so you're there.
Yep.
And then it's like starting to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like what thoughts exactly like make you I guess more frustrated or more more sadder about like what do you remember like when you're reflecting upon like, oh man, was it just like a wish I did this or what?
Yeah, well, before the last two fights, I was suggested to cut weight.
Okay.
And
then you thought, oh no, I'm fine at 155.
I thought I was fine at 155.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, in the first fight, I cut weight the same day.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, and had no problem.
Okay.
No problem. Now I'm facing a guy who's bigger than me and as skilled as I am.
Yeah.
And so that came in my head, like reflecting back, like, man, he really powered through some things.
Yeah.
And I knew at the time I also needed to train with other MMA fighters.
Okay.
Because I wasn't training with
You
them.
weren't training with... So, interesting. So, who were you training with? Just, I guess, hobbyists, essentially? Or,
pretty much.
Yeah, just people that
really passionate martial arts guys.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you felt like, oh, you should spar with people that...
Athletics.
Yeah, and have something to, I guess, prove or want to do something.
Yeah. The main thing was just athletic, young, doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, so on the same path.
On the same path.
On the same path that you want to be around. Okay. So what changes did you make then afterwards?
I knew my striking. I needed proper striking.
Proper striking.
So I went to a straight kickboxing gym.
Okay. Do you remember what that was called?
CCMA.
CCMA.
On
okay.
112.
Okay.
In
so
Everett.
in Everett. Okay. So you just did straight striking there.
Yep. Trained there for a little bit.
Okay. And then were you still training Sambo?
Still training Sambo.
Still training Sambo. Okay.
Yeah.
And then straight striking.
Not as much though. Not
because now you're focusing on your striking.
Yeah.
So, why did you pick straight striking? Did you feel like that was something that didn't happen, and did you feel outstruck when you fought? Or was that just something you felt like, oh, you need... Okay.
Yeah, I felt like my grappling was my first resort.
So grappling was your strong.
Is my strong
suit.
But it was also like a cover-up.
Yeah, so
at the time.
You felt like you were just a developed grappler, but not as developed a striker. You want to develop that more.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to develop more. So you switched it up.
I took a smoker there.
Did a smoker there. All right, to practice more of your striking.
Did pretty well there.
And then
first place. Actually, that's the first time I met Matt Hume. Was at that smoker.
Yeah, because we used to do those CCMA smokers. I
have a picture of me when I'm I think like 21. Yeah. With me and Matt. He does not remember that shit.
At the CCMA smoker,
Yeah, he had more hair back then.
Yeah. I was calling you out, man. That's Gabriel, Stinson. But
I had less hair back then too. So.
Nice cover.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're there.
Yep, learned a lot of striking from there.
Learn a lot more striking.
Got my ass kicked
in
a straight kickboxing gym.
Yeah, and just learning more of that.
Probably stayed there for maybe 6 months.
Stayed there for about 6 months.
Yep.
You had a smoker. So when did you fight next then? So then when did you have your fourth fight?
Yeah, I didn't have my fourth fight until I went to Charlie's Combat Club.
Okay, and then so was that after CCMA?
After CCMA.
So after 6 months of CCMA and a smoker, you then went to Charlie's Combat Club.
Yep.
Okay.
Over by where I was living at the time in Everett.
Okay, and now so let's see. So time frame wise, it's like what, your fourth year or fifth year?
Yep.
Of training now, so you're like 22, 23 or something.
22.
Okay, because your first fights was like 21, so now you're over a year in. So you're 22 now.
Late 22.
Late 22, so 22, 23. And then now you're... Now you're going to do... So now you're at you're at Charlie's Combat Club, C3.
Yep.
And then...
It's like, all right. Now I'm at a real mixed martial
arts gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now... and that's where you had your fourth fight?
Yep.
So you're training there, had your fourth fight. And then... So, how was your fourth fight like?
It went really well. It's the first time I ever cut weight.
So you cut weight to 145?
Yeah.
Okay.
First time I cut weight, and it was hell.
It was hell cutting weight?
Yeah. I didn't do it properly.
Didn't do it properly? Oh, so how did you do it?
I basically just cut out carbs.
Okay.
Literally, that's it.
That's it?
Cut out carbs. Didn't cut out sodium. Didn't water load before that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you were really roughing it. Okay, and then so how much did you, I guess, did you have to dehydrate yourself? Okay.
I probably cut over, I don't know, it's got to be like 15 pounds of water weight.
Damn, really? You cut 15 pounds? So you went from 160 to 145?
Yep.
Roughly?
Yeah.
Damn. Just like...
Yeah.
And how much were you walking around with at the time?
Probably 165.
165. So you cut about 5 pounds of just like eating no carbs, but then have all the stored water.
Just
and cut 15. So that is pretty hellish, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so...
And Charlie's Combat Club has a sauna in there.
In there, yeah.
In there, and I'm sitting there, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I remember I made the weight, and the weigh-ins were at the club.
Yeah, so you just have to... Yeah.
So I just had to walk out.
I had to walk out, yeah.
And that's the best thing that could have happened because I could not...
You don't think you could have traveled anywhere?
Fuck no.
Yep.
Get out of there. I'm limping
to
the scale. And right after that weigh-in, I fucking... I chugged maybe a 16 ounce of water.
Yeah.
And I puked it all up.
Yeah, because you just influx.
Yeah.
It just influx in your system, and your body just can't handle that much.
And I start shaking violently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so great weight cut. Well, yeah, so...
It's so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Okay, so first time you cut weight, could really improve. But then, so how did the fight go, though? How'd you feel? So
yeah, the fight went well, man. Okay. I felt stronger.
Yeah.
I felt I was a lot bigger than the guy.
Yeah.
Kind of overpowering him.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, this is what it's like
to be the bigger person.
To be the bigger person cutting weight.
Yeah.
And I got the win.
How'd you win?
TKO.
TKO. Okay.
TKO.
Big bully.
The striking looked good.
Okay.
The striking
do you remember
good.
when? What round or
second round?
Second round, and
second
how
round.
Did you just get? How'd you drop him? Do you remember?
I didn't drop him. I think I countered one of his leg kicks with a hook.
Okay.
And I'm in southpaw and he's in orthodox.
Yeah, so you caught him with the hook.
With the lead hook.
Yeah.
And then I turned it into a 3-2.
And then just started teeing off on him.
Yeah, and when I threw that 3-2, I shifted my stance.
Yeah.
And
so then you were orthodox then?
Yeah, I turned in orthodox.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is really good.
Okay.
My striking feels good. And he went for a takedown, and I just pounded him out.
Yeah.
But when I was in mount, pounding him out, I was looking for submissions. And
Yeah.
I remember Charlie yelling, don't stop it!
Yeah, keep
Because I stopped
you were looking
fish
for
his arm.
submission, but then he just...
I literally, when he said don't stop hitting, I just dude, rabbit punches.
Yeah.
And it looks really bad for the ref to see that.
Yeah.
And he stopped it immediately.
Yeah, because he just couldn't stop.
He couldn't
stop the punches.
Move
Okay.
or anything.
So that's fight, and that was fight number 4.
That was 4.
Fight number 4, 4 years in, and then... So this is 2013 or something?
2013,
yeah. Okay, and then
I took the next fight after that.
Yeah.
Again, 6 months later.
Okay. Excuse me, so how was the weight cut for this time? Did you change stuff?
Great, yeah.
Great, okay.
Great.
You didn't want it to go the same way.
Yeah, no.
Okay, because if you... Alright, so what things did you change? I guess water loaded?
Water loading.
Okay,
and no
cut out sodium. Yeah.
Those are the 2
So you don't have a whole bunch of 50 pounds of water in your system? Yeah.
That made everything
that
made everything way better.
So you're there, and then
I even was able to travel because the weigh-ins were in Bellingham.
Oh, so this was Battle of Bellingham?
Yeah, Battle of Bellingham.
And then so you're there.
A
weigh-in, and then second fight.
Yep.
So second fight 145, 5th fight overall, right?
Fighting guy Dane Newell.
Okay.
He trains in Canada.
Okay.
And is at 145.
Okay.
It started out really good. I had watched this guy's fights beforehand and saw that he's a really good striker.
Okay.
And he pushes the pace.
Okay. Keeps it pressures.
Pressures.
Keeps it, stays on you.
And he outpoints you until you get you just quit.
Okay.
So I told my coach, Charlie, I was like, I'm going to put pressure on this guy and I'm just going to keep pushing the pace.
Okay.
That was the game plan.
Yeah.
So, I'm pushing the pace, landing some good shots early on, and some good knees in the clinch. Mm-hmm. And I go for a takedown and he reverses it.
Okay. So counters it. Now you're on your back?
On my back.
Okay.
And I scramble up to my feet.
Yeah.
Or to my knees.
Okay.
And he tries to get a rear naked choke in. Mm-hmm. And I fight the top hand. I rip it off. And the hand's ripped off, but he gets his hooks in while I'm on my knees.
Yeah.
And my foot is out and my hip slides over itself.
So this is when your hip cut.
This is when I dislocated my hip.
Dislocate your hip, okay.
Yeah. And brutal.
Okay, and then so you dislocate your hip at that moment because just because of the sheer amount of force and then your hip trying to go.
Yeah.
So then, did the fight end immediately, like from there?
Immediately. Yeah. I tried to
yell out. Did you yell in pain? No, you just like...
I tapped.
You just tapped?
I technically lost by submission.
Yeah, because... Yeah. Okay, but that's...
I couldn't... I tried to move my hip.
You just couldn't move.
Couldn't move.
Just couldn't move, okay.
Yeah.
You're there dislocating your hip, and then that was... Okay.
I remember it. I tapped. I think Dane, he screams super loud in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. As you're in searing pain. Yeah.
I'm in pain, but it's kind of like, definitely this is not...
That's not how it should feel.
This is not right. Yeah, I can't move my leg anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then... So then...
Carry off in stretchers.
Yeah, and then you're how to go to a hospital, I imagine?
Yeah, I go to the hospital. They leave me alone on my gurney.
Okay.
For maybe what felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, you're like, we'll put this guy here.
Yeah.
Let's see
if he has insurance.
Take a smoke break. That guy's still there? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm like groaning.
Yeah.
I'm just groaning. I'm in the hallway.
And you're in the gurney in the hospital.
Yes.
Right? Okay, just groaning. Not sure. Okay.
There's reception, maybe 10 feet down the way.
Okay.
And
until they finally figure out, oh man, this guy does have insurance.
At the time too.
Because you're still under. Well, at the time.
I'm at my dad on my dad's insurance.
So you're still because you're still young enough. But under 25. Okay.
And but I had all my gear on. I had the cup on. I had the gloves on. I had the shin guards on.
Okay.
And I'm on my back.
Yeah.
With dislocated hip, and I could feel that the way I was laying, my leg was falling asleep.
Wow. So the leg where the hip was?
Where the hip was.
Where the hip that got dislocated? Okay.
It was starting to fall asleep.
Okay.
And I started freaking out in the hospital on the gurney.
Okay.
I started freaking out.
Did you think you were just losing sensation in your leg? Or what?
I thought I was paralyzed.
So you thought you couldn't move it anymore?
I couldn't feel it.
Okay, couldn't
feel it. Couldn't move it.
Okay.
I rip off my gloves.
Yeah.
I fucking throw them on the ground.
Yeah.
I dig into my my pants
to try to get your cup off.
And I'm wearing a tie cup.
Yeah, so a steel cup, and it's like
it's in the back of my crack, and I have to rip it out.
Yeah.
And I take everything off. I take both hands, grab my leg, and I fucking move it over to the other side, and I'm screaming in pain.
Yeah.
And I just chill for a second, and I could feel the feeling come back into my leg.
Yeah.
And
you feel relieved you weren't paralyzed?
I was like, fuck yeah, let's fight next week.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But at the time I was thinking, fuck, did I just waste all my life doing all this training to be paralyzed?
Yeah, to be paralyzed. Yeah.
Like, what was
just
the
that
point
sense of
this?
oh wow.
Yeah.
For it to end like this.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
It was not worth it.
Yeah, it was.
This
was all not worth it. Oh hell yeah! I'm good.
As soon as they came back.
Yeah, from rock bottom, like, oh man, this is over.
And so after that, some of my friends that came to the fight, they came to the hospital. Yeah. And the first guy that came was Wu. Okay. One of my good buddies, and he was the first person I saw, and I'm in so much pain. I grab his fucking hand because I'm alone.
Yeah.
I grab his hand.
Yeah, because you've been left 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've been left for 20 minutes. I just grab his hand and just clinch onto it because I just don't want to be alone in this fucking pain.
Yeah.
And then they take me to the hospital room. I fucking asked for some drugs.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we need...
Give me the good stuff.
We need to run some tests.
I know you got it.
Yeah. Get an MRI.
Yeah.
And they just put me up with a bunch of Dilaudid.
Yeah.
And they knocked me out, and then I wake up with my hip reattached.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, was this okay? Now it's back. How was so what was the healing process like then?
It was... I should have took some
more time off. Okay,
for sure.
But what did they recommend you do, and then what did you actually do?
So they recommended that I'm on crutches.
Okay.
For 6 months to a year.
6 months to a year. Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you actually on crutches for?
4 days.
4 days. Okay, so not 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You're like, nah.
As soon as I got the feeling back,
just walked.
I started limping.
Yeah.
Limping around.
Favoring, of course, your hip that wasn't dislocated.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was on elliptical too.
Okay. Yeah,
and this is like 7 days afterwards.
7 days. Okay, not recommended. Right. Okay.
I'm also due to go back into the orthopedic surgeon and get it checked out.
Yeah.
And I get it checked out in the 3 weeks after dislocation.
Yeah.
And I start asking about physical therapy.
Yeah.
And they recommend this foo-foo place that's not like an athletic.
So it's not like so not like a sports physical therapy.
No, it's like occupational therapy.
Yeah. Like oh hey, we can get you back in your cubicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so
basically.
you didn't like that. So did you actually end up going to that place, or you went somewhere else?
I went to the sports place.
You went to a sports place.
Yeah, I went to a sports place.
Not the foo-foo place.
Nope.
For like people about to die.
Yeah, I went to engineered sports up in Everett. And
that sounds like something.
There was like AstroTurf and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought,
it's like, this is the real. This is for athletes.
This is the real place.
Yeah.
AstroTurf. Everybody's all laying on their
like
side.
foam rollers.
On foam rollers.
Yeah, that's how you know it's legit.
They're on those like black tables with like electricity things onto them.
Yeah. Fancy shit.
This is. I feel like an NFL player.
Okay. So you're there doing your rehab, and then so they recommend 6 months.
Yeah.
To a year. How long were you actually doing? Yeah, of crutches. So how long were you actually? I guess in rehab, like
4 months.
4 months.
Yeah,
and then you went back to training.
Yep.
Okay, so 4 months back into training.
Yep.
Okay, so what's your mindset now about that? So coming off this pretty devastating injury.
I went back to training, but I didn't fight again for like another year.
For about a year. Okay.
Yeah.
So and then
the mindset was let's do some other things besides fight.
Besides fight, okay. And then you just wanted to not.
I worked a lot.
Okay.
I was working for Samsung at the time.
Okay.
And just worked, made my living.
Yeah. Was that just for like safety wise, or you just figure like?
I think I was gun shy.
You were gun shy because of
fighting,
what just happened. Okay.
Yeah, I was gun shy.
And then what changed? I guess because you took you like about a year to get back. So what made you want to come back?
Oh man, it's just the itch.
The itch to come back. I can still do this.
Yeah,
I can do it.
A lot of things are happening with mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
I would see it pop up on my television and online,
and then you would like watch it, and then you would think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then just like, Gabe, you can do this. You can go back.
Yeah.
And then that's what you did. Okay.
Yeah, and I also worked at a kickboxing gym at the time. It was
kickboxing gym.
Cardio kickboxing.
Okay.
CKO.
Okay.
In
I
Shoreline.
think I heard about that.
Yeah. And
and
I was there for a little bit.
So you're okay. How'd you get cardio kickboxing? Just heard about it, and then hey, I do striking stuff.
I used to work as like a brand ambassador for Samsung.
Okay.
And,
that's what you're doing for work for Samsung.
Yeah, and that's where I was in Best Buy, and these guys who looked like they trained. It was like a woman and a guy.
Yeah.
And I met them. I sold some bullshit to them. Yeah. And I was like, hey, what do you guys do for a living? And they're like,
we run CKO.
Yeah, I was like, oh, good to know. Cardio kickboxing.
So then
I was on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And I saw a kickboxing instructor, and I was like, fuck it. I'll apply.
And it was a cardio kickboxing.
Yeah, and I was like, I fucking know you guys.
Yeah. Hey, me? I told you some shit.
And when I just dislocated my hip, I told them I was going to be in the next day of work.
Yeah.
And they understood.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah. Oh, they criticized me. Well, they didn't criticize, but they told me I should be lifting weights.
Okay.
That's the first time I ever heard that.
I heard that someone, because you weren't lifting weights.
I was not lifting weights.
I don't know how to lift weights either.
Yeah. But they were like, oh, that was a big problem in that fight. You dislocated your hip. You weren't strong enough.
It wasn't strong enough to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be the person on your back, but who knows?
Yeah, it could be.
Smart
people does too.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But, but that's always funny. Oh, hey, that sounds kind of dangerous. Like, yeah, I know it is. But okay, so you're there, and anyway, I don't know how we got to cardio, but I think that's what you were working on.
Yeah.
But so okay,
I just took some time off.
then I got the AH1 to come back. You're working at that cardio kickboxing place. You're still training at Charlie's?
Yep.
You're still training at Charlie's, and then would you still go like to Sambo or something? Sometimes? Not at that time, no.
Not this time.
Not at this time.
It became straight mixed martial arts.
So it's just mixed martial. So you're just doing
Yep.
Charlie's and then working at and then some other jobs.
Yeah, and then some other jobs,
hustling. And then, so you're there. Okay, and then you decide, so you're 4-2 now, heading into your 6th fight.
Yep.
Right? And
that was against
Andy?
Andy Hug.
Oh man, I think...
Not Andy Hug.
Andy, you fought a dead kickboxer. No? I know, yeah.
Andy Jung.
Yeah, Andy Jung, yeah. And this is funny, because this is where our stories intersect, because Andy from AMC, and I trained with him. I remember I was in his corner for that fight too.
I saw you in the background of the video, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was there. But okay, so I'm curious.
My weight cut kind of was shit.
Blaming his weight cut for his loss. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
So, but how so? What about this weight cut?
I think the time off made me heavier, and it also made me. This has changed everything, like the way I moved, imbalances.
That's right. So you're coming from this, whole. So when you say the way you move, would you say it just, like, what was the big difference?
The lightness on my feet.
Okay, so you didn't feel as light on your feet.
I became flat-footed on one side.
For your dislocated hip.
Yeah.
Whereas you were not before.
No.
Okay.
And Charlie said it to me best. He was like, used to be more cat-like.
Yeah.
In your movements.
And now you're more plodding. Because you're flat on your right.
I'm flat now.
Okay.
And I did what I could, but...
It didn't feel the same?
Yeah, it didn't feel the same, especially like a year off.
Yeah.
6 months where I didn't do anything.
Yeah, so you felt rust, so you didn't feel as sharp.
Didn't feel sharp.
Yeah.
Just my body was just...
Yeah, well, your body just faced this devastating injury. Now it's like trying to recover from that. Okay, so you're then feeling kind of off. Was the weight cut? I mean, but that was just the training, and the weight cut didn't feel as smooth. Yeah. But did it feel as bad as the first time, or not as bad?
Not as bad.
So it's not as bad as the first time, but wasn't as good as when
I missed the weight cut where you actually do the photos.
Yeah.
So I had to cut weight myself.
You had to cut weight yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that just like a timing thing?
Like timing.
A timing thing, or was it just the weight wasn't coming off as fast as you would like?
Maybe a little bit of both.
A bit of both. Okay, so a bit of both, like out of practice, and also just like taking a bit longer than you thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're there, and then you go out. So then you go out and fight Andy. I remember this. Okay, so how are you feeling, like knowing? I guess because that's the thing. That was Andy's first MMA fight, so there wasn't really anything on him. He had fought twice in Korea.
Yeah.
But there was,
and I had
crooked Koreans.
Yeah.
They don't hide. They hide their shit.
Yeah,
but, okay, so you're there.
I had heard that he's from Korea.
Yes. He looks like Captain Korea. So did you see what he looked like? Yeah.
Not until I saw the weigh-in pictures. I didn't even see him at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, it's funny because you missed it.
I missed the weigh-in.
So you missed the weigh-in. Yeah.
So I took my picture, go on Facebook, and was like, oh shit, that's
you're facing pretty much the Captain America version of Korea. So
during this training camp, I had figured, oh, he's gonna be a good striker.
Yeah.
That was my.
That's because he was Korean. That's what you said. Yeah. This is extremely funny.
Taekwondo.
Yeah. You thought that you're racist, motherfucker. That's very funny to me because I'm just curious, because that's what I thought too. Yeah. I wonder what. Because it's funny hearing your version of the fights because I remember myself watching you.
Yeah.
From there, watching. Oh, I might as well just watch this for Andy, see what I see.
Yeah.
From that, and I remember seeing. It's funny hearing it from your perspective, those fights. From there. No,
it's funny. Yeah. It's crazy though. It's small.
Yeah.
It's just.
No, it's like it's that small. I was like, well, I'll never have to think about this guy ever again.
Right.
But okay, so. Okay, you think he's gonna be a striker? So your plan was all kickboxing. It
was all kickboxing.
Okay, so
that training camp.
For that training camp.
Also, I had a girlfriend too.
Oh man, another. so wait, were you? Yeah. So did you say were all your wins when you didn't have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
And then oh man, I think I see a trend here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so okay, so so man, hey. You can't lie. 4 wins with no girl, and then one.
I thought about that the whole time after.
Yeah, and then 3 losses with a. And we're getting ahead. So you're there. So what do you remember when you you see Andy? Like, oh, looks big, a strong guy. And then what do you remember from the fight? Like from how it happened?
As soon as it started, I throw a jab and then a cross.
Yes.
He ducks under the cross. And he clinches me.
Yes.
And I'm thinking...
He's strong as fuck.
He's strong as fuck.
Yeah.
And I thought, you're not supposed to be clinching.
You're
Korean.
You're Korean? Total wrong bastard. What are you doing?
But then I also... back when I was training Sambo exclusively, I had watched a lot of Korean judo players.
Okay.
And I knew judo is pretty big in Korea too.
Yes.
So I immediately... I remember mid-fight, I'm thinking... Fuck, he's Korean judo.
Yeah.
he's
I guess
judo
wrong.
Korean.
I guess wrong.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So we start grappling. I get an inside leg trip on him. I take him down. He scrambles back to his feet up immediately.
Yeah.
And I get he puts me on the fence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
Like, the whole time, I'm like, I cannot believe. And I jump into like a submission. He scrambled, and now he's on top.
Yeah.
And we just do
that
grappling.
blanket.
Yeah. We just do grappling.
Yeah.
All the way up until the second round, right?
Yeah.
So the second round starts. I catch one of his kicks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't believe this guy's out grappling me. Grappling is my strong
suit. Yeah.
So I start grappling him, and then I'm realizing like, fuck, this guy is strong.
Yeah.
He's like crazy strong.
Yeah.
And when you're not expecting it, it's 10 times worse.
Yes.
And he just out grappled me everywhere, and eventually like my cardio faded.
Yeah.
And he just capitalized, because up until that point it was back and forth.
No, I remember you guys were scrambling quite a bit. And then I remember afterwards Andy said, oh yeah, he's pretty strong.
Yeah.
He was strong. And then
that's crazy.
And
we both thought we were strong.
But but that's the thing. I remember because I trained with Andy, and I remember he was super strong, and he was it felt like a lead blanket, like on top.
Again, I grabbed him and he felt like metal.
Yeah. And then I remember that from Andy. So and he got the rear naked choke, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and then So so how did you feel like afterwards? Like from there, I thought this guy was supposed to be a striker, and then he just out grappled you, and then tired you out and got you. So how are you feeling afterwards?
I felt like I shouldn't have like assumed
that he was the striker.
He was the striker. I should have assumed a lot of things with that fight. Yeah. Especially coming off an injury.
Yeah.
You know, the assuming thing was really bad. Like I really shouldn't have assumed that. And I think I took a week off in the last week of training camp.
Okay. Was there any particular reason why?
It's drama with the girlfriend.
So girlfriend was what's...
It could be very, like going into a fight, it can be very stressful on everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a selfish sport.
Yeah.
And, you're supposed to take care of your business, but I kind of spread myself thin.
Spread yourself a bit thin? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then...
So I lose that fight.
So you lose that fight. How are you feeling?
I'm glad I'm not hurt.
You're glad you're not hurt because because you did dislocate your hip, not like the last loss.
Yeah.
Okay, and now
by this time I'm thinking whatever happens in fights, I just want to come back in one piece.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my.
So it's like, I'm not horribly broken. Yeah. This is a win. I can move the next thing.
I can move the next thing.
So you're
I still be able to drive home.
So your basis on what counts as a win has changed now from there as far as health wise. Okay.
Completely.
And that was your last fight, right? So like you haven't fought since then.
Nope.
Okay, and now, so
I go. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask so why the pause in the fighting? Like a lot of things, several things, or just wanted? Because that was let's see.
Yeah.
Because you fought Andy you were 20
3 years ago.
Yeah, because that was 2015. Yeah. Because that was about 3 years ago. And now, so now you took it, it's 2018, so you take a 3-year break, or have had a 3-year break so far.
Yeah.
So why the break, I guess?
Yeah, I just really didn't like the results of that last fight.
Okay.
Like the
So
way
pretty much Andy ruined your life.
Yeah. But he taught me a lot, actually.
Yeah. Watching this, Andy, ruined this.
Don't assume anything.
Yeah. Andy, you're supposed to be... No, Taekwondo. What happened? But, okay.
Yeah, I learned a lot. Like, you don't assume things about your opponents. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the way I was moving. I feel like my my rehab, I had a lot more rehab to go.
Yeah. You felt like you, maybe I'm not 100%. Or
yeah.
It was. Okay.
Maybe I'm 100%, but my joints. I move, like I picked up bad habits now.
Yeah.
Like the way I walk.
Yeah.
The way I stand.
You gotta retrain yourself.
Completely.
Yeah, from there. Okay.
Completely.
Okay.
And I go to Charlie's, and I've always wanted to train at AMC.
Yeah.
Since the beginning. But
that price range.
That price range, man. Yeah. So I end up just... I remember the last sparring session I had at Charlie's.
Yeah, when was that? You remember?
I don't remember, but I remember what happened.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah, I just had a really, really hard training, kickboxing, sparring with one of the guys up there.
Okay.
And I was bleeding everywhere.
Okay, so you're bleeding everywhere.
I definitely, I just took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And plus at the time I was moving to down south in Mount Lake Terrace.
Okay.
So the commute going up to Everett was getting pretty
because you didn't live in Everett anymore. Okay.
So during that time, it's like I stopped going to the gym because it was just out of my way. But I kept going. I went back to Seatown Grappling.
Okay, so that's when, because now it's closer to you because that's in the U district.
Yeah.
And you're in Mount Lake Terrace. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when you went back, and I guess so then.
I basically just did that and no mixed martial arts. So
no mixed martial arts. So not training at Charlie's anymore. Mm-hmm. Just going to Seatown Grappling.
Yeah.
Okay, and doing just that, I guess.
3 years. That was like 2 years in.
So 2 years
of just grappling.
So 2 years of just grappling and just doing other things.
Yeah.
Like from there, and then
Vincent would be coming in occasionally.
Yeah, that snake.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He'd be coming in occasionally.
Yeah.
And just like you should come down to AMC.
Yeah.
I think it's about that time to check out AMC.
Okay, so you go out, check it out, and then because how long have you been at AMC now?
It'll be 10 months on the 15th.
On the 15th, okay, so
September.
So September, so you joined, so like what, late last year?
November
of last year, okay.
Yeah.
And you said, okay, so that about time.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so you decided about time to join. You joined in November, and then, so what has that experience been like so far?
Oh, it's been great, and it's everything I thought it was gonna be.
Okay, how so? Like, what did you think it was gonna be?
Well, I just thought it would be everyone's fucking good. Everyone has something that they're good at, and the technique that people are doing during sparring. It's people are trying to build themselves and build you up, and I look for that in a lot of gyms. They weren't as brutal as some of the other gyms that I've been to.
Yeah.
In their sparring.
But they're all soft.
Yeah.
but that's the thing. I feel like, I mean, at least for me personally, I feel you want to put yourself in a damaging situation already.
Yeah.
Why go in damaged?
Exactly.
Like it's you're not gonna build up your chin.
Yeah. Let's save the damage for actual fights.
For actual fight. Yeah. It's like I'm gonna shoot my vest before I go out there, and then it'll be better. Like no, your vest will just have more holes. That's just the way it goes. It's like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
To me, but yeah. Okay.
And right off the bat, man, I did the basic classes. Mm-hmm. And I trained with everybody I could, new guys, old guys, experienced guys, inexperienced guys, and I just kept going. And eventually I was able to get to spar 6 months in, and sparring has been great there so far. Feeling pretty good. It's about time to take another fight.
Take another fight again? Okay, so you feel like, and I guess, and I know we've talked about this, but I guess So what makes you like want to fight again? You feel like more, I guess, like what is it? Just like you're far removed from your last fight? You feel like things are different now, or is it just your mindset? Like what would you attribute it most to?
Mostly the skills.
Mostly the skills. You feel like you're a lot more skilled.
Yeah,
than you were. Okay,
a lot more skilled.
Okay,
the mindset hasn't really changed.
Mindset has been there.
Yeah, I know if I lose, everything's gonna be the same regardless if I win or lose.
It's not like your life's gonna end from there, and it's just a matter of not being broken, of not having like,
coming back home in one piece.
Yeah, being able to go home under your own power. Okay,
yeah, that's my main concern.
So that's your main concern.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you're wanting to fight again. Okay, and so I guess from. Yes, that's just we just did a whole synopsis of your fighting career.
Yeah, I know.
From there to there. Yeah.
I've been waiting to tell someone about this. This is the first time I ever talked about it.
First time you ever got it all, but hey, now you got it all down.
Yeah.
So I guess, yes.
First time I ever really thought about it too.
First time I really thought about like how far you've gone through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, man. Because like when you're on that journey, you don't really have that much time to really pause and reflect. About where you've been.
The last 10 months that I've been here at AMC, watching James, watching you, watching all these guys fight, the twins, watching these guys fight, and Vincent, it's reminding me.
Yeah, reminding you of what it was like. Yeah, and then getting that itch.
It's because when I look back, it almost feels like it's just something I did. I don't think about it like. I know. Yeah, it's just you don't think about it. You don't take time to.
You didn't really appreciate just being able to fight.
Nope.
Kind of thing. And now that you've had an extended period where you haven't been fighting,
it
makes you appreciate the fact that you were able to.
Yeah.
From there. Okay. Well, I think that's a small change in the mindset thing. Because I feel like for me, and I feel just like it gets to the point like when you're young, you just want to go in there and like oh yeah. Wow, and it's like let's get this act.
Take no prisoners. Fuck my body.
But then you slowly. I feel like you've actually if anything you've hit this trajectory. You're like go ahead, and like you realize oh shit this game is serious. There's serious consequences. A little bit of backdrop, but now you realize like hey, this is like the way I look at it, it's a privilege and a gift to be able to do it.
That's funny.
And then and now you're like realizing oh hey like. It's funny because because back in the beginning this was what you wanted, but you didn't quite know why. But now that you can reflect, like, oh, this is what I wanted, and I'm still able to hear. I feel like it's that good balance of still being able to appreciate what you have while you're still in it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's how I look at it. I'm like, oh hey, I mean, because I'm at that point, pretty similar where it's like I'm at the near the end of my 20s, like, hey, this window's going to close eventually, but that's not. I think the issue isn't the window closing. I guess it's like I guess it's not even an issue at all. I think it's just the enjoying. It's the enjoying of where you're going.
Yeah.
And where you're going and what you're doing.
Enjoying the journey on the way up.
Enjoying the journey like on the way up. And I think.
One of my first coaches, he told me like. Not to look for the success of competition.
Yeah.
It's mostly about the relationships you build on the way there.
Yeah.
No,
that's true. Because I think it's just like when you're dead or when it's like all said and done, like what they can they can list your accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
What you've done, but is that really how you impacted the world? Because like how you truly impacted is like the people that you made contact with and how you affected them, and that's really where your real change. How you really impact the world.
That's the real legacy.
Yeah, that's the
behind.
Exactly. Because you leave a bit of yourself in pretty much everyone that you interact with, and that's what lives on when you're gone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like actions, I guess. Not like actions don't have impacts, but like at the end of the day, the actions that are most impactful are the lives that you change along the way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I remember Charlie. He told me something. After one of my first fight with him, he showed me a picture. He was showing me pictures of my fight.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't even need those.
Don't need the pictures.
I don't need the pictures
because you didn't appreciate like what they were. Yeah.
And he said, one day there's going to be a day that you stop fighting.
Yeah.
And these pictures and these memories, you're really gonna appreciate these.
Yeah.
He's literally, that's what he said.
Yeah.
And I thought,
and you didn't think much of it. Yeah, whatever, old man. yeah, but like, no, but it's funny because like, that's not even that long ago. That's like what, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. When you realize, oh shit, that old man was right.
He was totally right.
He was totally right. Yeah.
And you know, that guy's been there all before. He's
man.
You know, he's done these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Has been in it about as long as we've been alive.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's just funny. That's just funny how that's always the case.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you thought, this young kid probably won't listen to me, but whatever, I'm just gonna say it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's weird because now we're at that. Because you know we're at that. We're at that stage where. You know, we're veterans. We're not like quite the oldest people, but we're not the youngest anymore. And you start to see like the people, and I think it's interesting seeing like, I guess how people develop. You know, because you kind of get a sense of who's going to stick around.
Yep.
You know, because you're so used to, you know, we're both like over like what. Like you're 9 years in. I'm about over that as well.
Yeah.
And then
you see a lot.
You realize that it's because you know at first I remember when I was real young, you know, like about 18, 19 or something. Like, oh hey, there's more people. I guess I didn't really notice that. But then as I realized, wait, I don't even notice new people anymore because there's so many people. There's such a turnover rate like from there. And then, you realize like who's actually going to stay, and who actually I guess is like willing to put in the effort. Like, from there. And I think that's interesting. That's interesting to see.
Yeah.
Like from there. So, I guess like for you, like so, what has I guess what has kept you in martial arts the most? Like, would you say?
Probably just the feeling it gives me.
The good feeling that it gives you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
As far as health goes and.
It's like the benefits of health and that.
Confidence.
The confidence. Okay.
Knowing that I'll be okay if something were to happen.
Okay.
Protect myself and people around me.
And that was a big factor for you in terms of like why you did it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then.
Big getting bullied, you know.
Yeah, getting bullied, and then that's building up the confidence like from there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's. And I think that's pretty in fact because I feel that happens to like a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know how they go. Especially from bully to them like having to build themselves up, like from there. It's interesting that it's usually here's one interesting note I've seen. It's like usually the people that stick in it or stick in martial arts. I mean, is because they want to build themselves up, right? It's like usually the ones who come in like having to build themselves like up more end up sticking around than the ones who feel that they're there already. Right, and I feel in terms of like mentality because I feel like if someone looks at themselves as like a finished state, then they're kind of constrained to the mold,
right?
Because and I feel like not just in terms of, especially in terms of learning, you know, you feel like I got this, like what's there to know?
I don't need to learn anymore.
I don't need to learn anymore, like from there, and I think that's the big thing of people that like stay in, I guess in anything, is like they realize like that there is always something to know, and that's what keeps them in it.
Especially something like martial arts where, you know, that stuff gets shown to you through getting punched in the face. Yeah. You know,
some people are pretty dumb. So I feel like you can punch someone an infinite amount of times in the
face.
They'll
never know.
And nothing's gonna...
Yeah. Over time, like I definitely realized, oh man, there's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. Yeah. And that's translated outside of the whole martial arts world.
For sure, and it's not just it's I think it's that pathway to mastery.
Yeah.
I think and that's really that line kind of coincides in a lot of things in life, and like I think just that approach. I feel this is just a very it's a unique way to achieve it, and I feel especially just for I think just for our generation, it's like it's unique. No, it's like it's true.
Are you saying there's a bunch of pussies out there, Pachola?
I'm saying everyone is pretty much a pussy out there, Gabe. Yes, it's true. No, it's like it's there's really no other way to say it. It's
young men are not tested.
No, it's true, man. They're like think about it. We're like before this,
right?
Where else were you really tested?
The coal mines.
Yeah, right. The black lung.
Yeah,
not like really
the
nothing else.
Farm, I guess.
There's really nothing.
No.
Like, there's really nothing where wills have to get tested other than really
in
athletics.
American society, in Western American.
In Western American society, yeah,
exactly.
And that's just it's just funny.
Rites. My Aaron Fields would tell me he would say rites of passage.
Yeah,
he would call it
rites of passage. We call like things that transform people.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there are a few. Yeah, because like think about it. Yeah, if you. Because I feel this is that's interesting. This is an interesting rite of passage because I think you realize this is one of the things that you can't lie about and then get a good effort and get a good result
from
it because